Einstein's babysitter thought he was a stupid kid. Albert Einstein was a genius, but you wouldn't know it as a kid. The family's maid called him the dopey one. As a baby, he was very late to speak. In school, he failed the general part of an important entrance exam. His math and physics scores let him squeak in. After graduating, Einstein couldn't land an academic job. His professors didn't think he showed enough promise. Even at the Swiss patent office, Einstein got passed over for promotions. They felt he lacked skills in machine technology, but he kept working hard behind the scenes. Eventually his theories displaced Newton's centuries-old laws of motion. It's not just Einstein though. Many famous brainiacs seemed ordinary when young. Teachers described Thomas Edison as a dunce. Isaac Newton almost failed grade school. Chemist Linus Pauling didn't even qualify for his high school diploma. So if super smart kids often look average, maybe we're too quick to label some kids gifted. Maybe there's no way to predict who'll be a success. After all, countless child prodigies never did much as adults. Audrey, a former gifted child, says,
"I've been out of school for 20 years, but I still have crippling perfectionism and imposter syndrome from being called gifted."
She explains.
The gifted label set that unrealistic expectation.
Another former child prodigy said,
"As a gifted kid, I just got burnt out. My whole identity was my intelligence."
The pressure made them resent their abilities. They didn't pursue higher education for a while. Many gifted kids struggle with the transition to college or careers. They go from being special to feeling average. The shift can trigger an identity crisis. Their sense of self-worth gets shaken. One person said,
"In grade school, I was the smartest, but in college, I was nothing special intellectually."
The weight of expectations takes its toll too. Gifted kids often develop anxiety and depression. Some gifted kids become underachievers. They unconsciously rebel against the gifted label's demands. In the end, many say the gifted label did more harm than good. It's a burden few kids can carry. A kid labeled gifted may lose their passion for academics. An average student could discover a calling. At any age, a child's potential remains wide open. The concept of the gifted child is highly debated. Experts disagree if innate talents truly exist. Anders Ericsson is an eminent psychologist who studies expertise. His research goes back decades. Ericsson's findings suggest talent isn't what drives performance. Instead, he points to the power of deliberate practice. Around 10,000 hours can produce an expert in any field. The research shows the highest achievers simply practice much more than that. Ericsson's studies on memory skills are particularly fascinating. He trained average students in memory techniques. These students outperformed those thought to have innate superior memory abilities. So go easy on those arbitrary labels. Every child's mind contains untapped reservoirs of potential.